Hello, I'm just going to switch us round. No. How do I turn you so that we're mirrored? There we go. Hey, there we go. We got there in the end. Let me get rid of that. Hello. I'm going to pop up a wee 20% discount code I've got. How are we all doing? I'm April, long time no see. I think it was July I last chatted to you all. So how's everyone doing? Sorry, I'm trying to type this while it's balanced very precariously at the right angle. There we go. Right, there's a wee 20% discount for you, which is good coming up to the C word. Are we allowed to say Christmas? If you're wanting to treat yourself, or if you're wanting to hint at somebody to treat you. So 20% off. I mean, that's pretty good. I've put up a ring light, right? Because I felt like it was quite dark, because we're in Scotland and it's dark, but if I turn towards it, it's not good. So we'll try and keep our angles straight, because I could, like, if I turn it away from me more, we'll just deal with it. It's one of the perils of wearing glasses. So, welcome to all things hair accessories. So if you could see my table right now, my dressing table, you would see every pin-up accessory that probably ever exists. So we are going to chat tonight about how to accessorise your hair. So I am not a hair expert. Can we also take a moment of appreciation for the nails? Thank you. Applaud for the nails. Applaud for the nails. Yeah, so I'm not a hairdresser, I am just a regular person who has picked up tips and tricks along the way, but I am here to sort of give you the, not idiot's guide, that's not nice, like the most basics, right? If I can do it, anyone can do it. Incidentally, the curls that I've got today were achieved by sleeping in foam rollers. However, let me show you the state of my foam rollers. They're so sad. Sad little foam rollers, so I need to buy new ones. I didn't hairspray them this morning, so that's why they have fallen, but we've got the kind of wave going on. So, also, beautiful dress, eh? This is a really nice thick material, and it's got long, well, not long sleeves, but the half sleeve, and perfect for winter. Anyway, what would we like to start with? I've got flowers, turbans, bandanas, hairbands, hair wraps, buns. Anybody get any preferences to what they would like to start with, or what they would like to know? Also, if the music's too loud, let me know and I'll turn it down, but it was just very quiet, so I just put on some background chat music. Yes, so has anybody got any questions before we start? You can type them in, and as we're going I can hopefully answer them for you, but as I say, I am not like a hair guru. I'm just sharing the little tips and tricks that I've picked up, so please do comment any questions as we go. Any preferences to what we start with? No? Okay then, so I'll start small and then we'll just work our way up. So, hair flowers. Hair flowers are a pin-up vintage must. I started off very small with my hair flowers. Very small. And then I have worked my way up to very big. But let's start with small. So what I do is when I've styled my hair, there is always inevitably one side that looks better than the other. Today, the side that has failed me is this side. It looks okay, but this side looks better. So that is always the side that I will put the flower on, because it'll detract from the not so good side and zhuzh it up. So these are just little flowers I got out of H&M. I did get them a long time ago, but they usually have something in H&M. So really simple. I just put it above where my glasses are. If I didn't have my glasses on, well, I might be able to see, but it's just like above your ear. So that's a really easy way. Something you could do if you want to sort of make this side a bit more zhuzhy is take a section of your hair. You could backcomb it if you want. I tend not to backcomb my hair just because it's curled. Nope. coloured, so I don't want to damage it anymore. But then twist, push, put it flat, and then push it forward, and you'll see you've got like a wee. So I'll do that again. So take a bit of hair. See, because it's reversed, I forget. Twist away from you, and then you're pulling it in and poof, right? And get a wee Kirby or bobby pin, wherever you're watching this from. Secure it, and then you can pop your wee flower in, and it just gives a wee bit something more. Now, if you have small flowers, you can obviously make more of a statement with your small flowers by combining them. So we've got 3 little flowers, all from H&M, and they're in the same colour story. So we're going for like creamy, pastel-y, pinky. So I'm just going to pop one in, and then pop one above it, and one below it. And we've got more of a statement flower. So we've built up from just 1 to several. And you wouldn't know that they were 3 individual flowers. You might think that this was like one piece. So certainly easy way to do it. And I believe these were dead cheap out of H&M. Although, as I say, a while ago, so I wouldn't like rush to H&M and think you're going to get these flowers, because you might not. Okay, so then we're going to build our way up to slightly larger flower. So this is actually one I made. I make hair flowers. I found that I could just never find the right flowers to go with my outfits. And I've very much got the attitude of, I can do that, which is a good attitude, I think, to have. Anyway, so I started making them myself. So this one is quite tropical. So we've got some lilies, an orchid, I believe this was, and then some greenery. And again, just really simple. This is the side of the hair that doesn't look so good today. Boom! So much better. You wouldn't know. Well, you would know, but it definitely detracts from it. Has anyone got any questions so far about flowers? So again, that was just me putting it flat into my head, but again, with the wee thing that I showed you before, where you just take a section of your hair, twisty, twisty, twist, push. So I pushed it higher that time. Secure it with a Kirby grip. I did used to just secure it with the flower itself, but it doesn't work so well. And then pop this just behind, kind of on top of where you put the safety pin. Please don't safety pin your hair. And it just gives it that something, little something extra. So we've done small flowers, medium flowers, and now we're going on for the big daddy. So when I first bought this, I thought there is no way I'm going to be able to pull this off. It's too big, it's too much. But nothing is too big or too much in vintage pinup land. So yeah, so again, literally just shoving it in my hair. Like, oh, sorry, I keep forgetting. So there is literally nothing, and this one stays on really well, but if you found that your flower was too heavy, then just get Kirby grips and try and find bits underneath that you're not going to see and slide the Kirbies in. That's not a good place to do it. And it'll just secure it more. So I hope that so far we're doing okay. Everyone doing okay so far? So yeah, the simplest way to jazz up an outfit is definitely by adding flowers. Now you could also go for the flower crown. So again, this one actually I did buy, but then my dogs ate it. So I had to reconstruct it and basically remade it. But it's just a hairband. You can see that my dogs ate it. I'm not lying. And pop it on. So again, it just totally adds to any outfit. I know this is quite out there for some people. Some people might think that's too much for me, and that's fine. Sometimes it's a little bit too much for me. So start with the small flowers. Now, another tip that I have is if you are looking for a specific type of flower or colour, maybe you're going to a wedding or you have a particular outfit you want to wear and you can't find it, what I did is I bought a brooch. So I was in in a previous life, I used to enter pin-up pageants, and I was in Miss Pin-Up UK. And because I was Scottish, am Scottish, I wanted a Scottish hairpiece, and I just couldn't for the life of me find one. And this was before I made my own. So I went onto eBay and I found this little pin. So it's like a corsage for a wedding. And I thought, okay, right, I'll find a way to make this work. So all I did is I got my trusty friend, the Kirby grip, placed it where I wanted it, and then Kirby'd it in. So again, try and put your Kirby's underneath so that you can't really see them. I'm probably not going to do this brilliantly because I'm doing it quickly. But look! I hope you can see. And it just added that nice wee Scottish touch. I didn't win, but I looked fabulous anyway. So there's a wee tip. If you have brooches, you can wear them as hair accessories. Who knew? Just be careful, obviously, with the pin part. So yeah, so a brooch can be turned into a hair accessory with, that was just 2 Kirby grips. Any questions so far? Because I'm just talking at you. So if you have any questions, please do type them in and let me know. If you've got any occasions that you want some advice about what you could wear in your hair, let me know. That's real. I've only just realised that is real lavender. I should probably treat it like more gently. Huh. I thought, how am I smelling lavender? There you go. And I've had this for ages. I've had this for like 5 years. And I've not like kept it in a special box or anything. Oh, that's cool. It's got a wee thistle on it. Anyway. I'm so sorry, I have a bit of a runny nose. Right, let's progress. So, hairbands. Hairbands is another really easy way to add some pizzazz to an outfit without going to much effort at all. Now, I do have curled hair today, but I quite often don't because, you know, I don't. How do you keep larger accessories in finer hair? Well, so this biggie here, well, first of all, making sure it's got a decent clip, right? That helps. Kirby gripping it. So underneath this, you can see there's like lots of little leaves. I would put Kirby grips in that. And also hairspray. So hairspray will make it sticky. So if you hairspray the underneath of it, it hopefully would make it a bit stickier and therefore stay to your head. But I think your best bet is just to stop saying safety pin, to Kirby grip it. But making sure you buy an accessory with a good clip. I've never done well with the combs, like the ones that just slide in. I've never done well with those, so I can't give you much advice on them. So I don't back comb myself just because, as I say, I've got coloured hair and I don't want to break it. So what I do, so as you saw, it's the twist and push. So you can twist and push, and that gives you quite a lot of volume in terms of doing it as a beehive. So if I just very quickly take a top. Now, you're never going to get the same height without backcombing it. I'm not going to say that you will, because you definitely won't. But, so that's me just taking a little bit of hair from like the behind your ear section. So again, all I'm doing, I'll see if I can show you. So, twist. Right, so I'm twisting it. Oh, you can't really see. And then push. And push. And just use some Kirby grips in a cross. I would put them in a cross. That's looking really good, actually. Geez, look how good that beehive is without any backcombing. You're welcome. Oh, I need more than 2. My hair's gotten a lot longer recently and I keep forgetting. And I keep treating it like it's short and it's not. So yeah, so there's a beehive without backcombing. Now, it's not perfect because I just literally did it in 2 seconds. I would probably zhuzh it up. But while we have the beehive, let's just go on to hairbands because actually that's a perfect segue. Thank you for asking about volume without backcombing. You maybe didn't want to know how to do a beehive, but you do now. So yes, these pearly gorgeousnesses. I got this from Shine. I think I've seen them in Primark, but look. It's like adding a tiara without adding a tiara. However, I went to London recently and I wore a tiara. I went to the Tower of London, I just straight up wore a tiara. And incidentally, I do actually have a tiara with me now. It actually was just sitting on my dressing table. This was my aunt's wedding tiara, and it was just sitting in a box, and she knows that I like tiaras. So, yeah, just be totally extra and wear a tiara. Wear the tiara. I mean, how many chances do you get to wear a tiara? So I'm gonna wear them every chance I get, to be honest. So a beehive is a perfect hairdo for a tiara. Incidentally, I bet you didn't think that this video was going to go down this road, but it did. And you can get really good, not expensive tiaras on like eBay and Amazon and things. Or if you want to support small businesses, there are loads of businesses out there that do tiaras. Anyway, I'll take off my tiara. Okay, so we'll keep the beehive for now. While we've got the beehive, another really good hairband style is this one with the knot in it. This one I actually think is accessorise kids, but it's like really bendy, so I bought it anyway. And again, just pop it on and it just adds to your outfit. It looks squint. I promise you it's not squint. I think my phone must be squint. So yeah, so it's got that knot. This one's actually like a velvety and it's got little pearls on it. So again, I'm going to take the beehive out now. But again, it adds to your vintage look. And I quite often wear hairbands like this when my hair is in pleats. So I often wear my hair in like a fishtail braid if it's not maybe ready for being down that day. And it just really just adds a little bit of something to your outfit without having to go to too much effort. I like things that don't require too much effort. Another nice one that I've got actually, again, I think is from that Shine, again with the little bow detail, and it's more sort of folksy. Again, just add it. Looking good, eh? Simples. Now I actually have quite a few of these and I can layer them, but I don't have any here with me. But you can layer things, so I can't really show you with what I've got, but if you can wear several and make it more of a statement. Oh, while we were on the subject of flowers, we shan't forget the humble bow. This I actually got from Hot Topic in America. Ooh, ASMR for you. Anyway, it's also a pin. And the thing that annoys me though with this bow in particular, so obviously they want the sprinkles to be at the top, but because of the way the clip is facing, I can't wear it this way. Well, I could, but I'd have to slide it in that way. Which is annoying. So I'll put it in the other side. But again, there we go. And I say you're never too old for a bow. That's what I say. I'm in my 30s and I would like to wear a cupcake bow, thank you very much. Okay. Any questions so far? So we've covered small to large flowers, wearing brooches in your hair as a statement, pearl hairbands, which segued into tiaras. Oh, how to give your hair volume without backcombing it. And then knotted. Am I showing it? I can show you if you want. So I'm wearing one just now. Ooh. Let me just move my chair out the way. Hello. So I can't really move back much just because of the way my phone's set up. But this is this dress. It's a lovely stretch. So if, like me, you fluctuate quite a lot, even in a day, this is good because it's got stretch to it. This is a 14 and it fits very true to size. It's got sleeves, so if you don't like your upper arms, although everybody's just embraced everything, but anyway, if you're somebody who likes to cover your upper arms, certainly this is good, and it's got stretch to it. Sometimes I find sleeves are quite tight on my upper arms, but this one's good. It's got a nice fitted waist. You can wear a belt with it. I'm not, but you can. And then this nice deep neckline. Again, if you don't want deep neckline, just a wee strategically placed safety pin, and you can bring it in. I also wore it with a petticoat, so you can wear it with a petticoat and it will give you a lovely volume, and it's got a side zip. You're welcome. But I'm not trying on different dresses and showing you them, if that's what you mean. If you want me to do a video on that, I can, but I'm not today. So yeah, this might be my favourite one actually that I've gotten from them, because I say it's a nice thick material, which is good for coming up to the winter. Because I wore it in Oban, which is on the west coast of Scotland. I wore it last week and I didn't even have to wear a jacket. Now, I am a bit mad that way, and I will just wear clothes without jackets if they're pretty. So I wore it and I was fine. I actually went paddling in it. I don't know if that's what you would advise you would do in this dress, but I did, and it worked fine. Anywho, yes, thank you for asking a question. I think I've been talking very fast. I should slow down. So I'm going to get through everything very quickly, and then you will have to ask me questions because I'll have nothing else to say. My hair looks quite frizzy today. It's the first day after a set. My hair tends to be the frizziest. I actually might do a set at the end of this video because I will be setting my hair tonight to go to bed. So I might actually do a set with you all if you want to see me do a pin curl set. So anyway, so sort of moving on from hairbands that look like this, which are the plastic kind, we have fabric hairbands. So this is a nice blue velvet one, and it's just really simple. So cute. Easy peasy. Now, to keep it in place, I like to use these kind of clips, and I would do it underneath or here sometimes, depending on sort of where it's moving about. So if you just clip it in, and then my hair tends to go over it anyway. Again, another really simple way to zhuzh up an outfit. And then, so we'll progress from that to wired hairbands. Now, I make these too, because again, I thought I could do that. So it means I can buy any fabric I want. I do actually also sell them too, but I'm not going to talk about that here. If you want to find them, you can find me and then you'll find them. My name's April, by the way. It's April Hamilton. I know it was advertised as April Look. That's my non-married name. So it's April Hamilton, but you can call me April Look if you want. My pin-up name is Miss April May. And yeah, so this is a big strip of fabric with wire inside it. So I'm going to show you some different ways to style with this. Now this is an extra long because people like their things different sizes. So I'm putting it at the nape of my neck and bringing it up. And all I'm doing is twisting it. Now you could leave it like that if you want. But I'm going to tuck the bits down and under. So I'm just tucking it underneath. One forward and one back. But you can do it anyway. This is just the way I like to do it. And it gives you that kind of almost knot effect that you got with this. So, and again, if you want to secure it, you can secure it here or underneath or both or neither, because with the metal inside it, I find that it stays quite well. So there is that. I'm going to show you another one. It's the exact same but a little bit shorter. And I'll show you a different way to style it. Actually, I don't think this one is shorter. Doesn't matter. So one twist, and then we can make it look a bit like a bow. You're not getting the effect on the camera. Well, I would wear this to the side, kind of like a fascinatory hat. Can we see? Do you see? So it was like twisted in. So we had our long bits. We just pushed one in and the other in, and it made it look a bit like a bow. Do we see? So I had flattened it, but you could actually leave it up like a bow. Again, I'm doing this really quickly. I would take my time to make the bow look better. I would probably wear it more at a jaunty angle as well. So you can make it into a bow, or I flattened it down and it makes it look more like a hat. So I like wearing headbands. I wear these a lot. So I sell these. Only because I couldn't find ones in fabrics I liked. So I thought I can do that. So those are ones with wire in them. You can buy them as well. I believe I bought one from Accessorise. Now, what you can also do with these are maybe a wee scooch. In fact, I'll show you with something else. Stop April's brain. Stop it. Then we have fabric. Yes, I'll move on to fabric. So this is just a scarf. Oops. This was actually my great-grand's. And again, you can do just like we did with the wire hairbands. It's very grease, isn't it? So I would probably tie this in a bow. Or you could do it, so if you do a high pony, can I show you? Let me try. Now I'm not going to brush it into a perfect high ponytail. Please do fire any questions at me, by the way. Hairspray wise, Elnet, pretty much. I've tried lots of different ones over the years, but I seem to just prefer Elnet. It brushes out well as well. If I was having an updo, then the ones that do advertise like extra heavy hold, then I'd probably use that because it doesn't matter so much about it looking rock hard. But if you've got down, like a down do and there's curls in it, then Elnet's definitely the best because it's the softest. Right, anyway, we have a pony, which is not perfect. But to zhuzh up our ponytail, ooh, what is going on? You can do a cute little bow. Again, I'm going quickly like I would make it look much better. But that's just by tying it round the bauble. Look. So yeah, so I kind of liken that to like a grease hairstyle, if you're wanting to be cutesy. Oh, that is quite cute. Considering I didn't try. Always is the way though, isn't it? When you're not trying, that's when you get the best results. While my hair is up, although actually that won't work. Are you quite impressed with how many accessories I'm managing to flip? Oh, actually no, I will while my hair is, well, I've now started pulling it out. I'll put it back in again. Yeah, are you impressed with how many accessories I'm pulling out the bag here? Although we still have half an hour to go. Although I will set my hair, so that'll take some time. Please ask me questions. Even just questions about me. Anything. Okay, a bandana. A faithful bandana. You can get these anywhere. I'll actually open this one up. Top tip, wash it before you use it because they tend to come very stiff. So, it's just a square that we fold into a triangle. But this is very like rockabilly staple. So then we just roll it like so. So it's just a long, and then again nape of the neck. There we go. Bandanas are perfect vintage accessories. And again, I would just secure it with Kirby grips. If you don't like the look of these wee bits, you can just tuck them under. And they're gone. And you're left with just the wee knot. If you don't like the wee knot, you can turn it round. However, you will be left with this flap. So you probably would want to turn it the other way, so that your wee flap is underneath. So it looks more like a hairband. But I personally quite like it with the wee bits. but that's just personal choice. Right, let's take this out. Right, so I'm now going to show you how I tie a turban. I'll show you actually a pre-made turban first. So I'm just going to pop my hair in a low bun for this. Oh, I've got a snood as well. I'll show you how I wear a snood, because that's certainly something that I had no idea how to wear. So I've literally just flung my hair into a wee bun. Okay, so a pre-made turban. So you can buy these off of eBay and things. I actually buy this from a seller called Sarah's Doo-Wops. They always sell it really quickly though. If you know, you know. So it's got a pre-knotted knot, in fact, the exact same as this one. But this one is on a hat, turban. So I wouldn't really wear it with my hair down. This would be a hair up kind of do. But how easy is that? So if your hair's dirty, or if you really struggle with vintage hair and feel really self-conscious about doing vintage hair, look, definitely got that sort of 1920s flapper vibe as well. I also bought one from Shein, Shine, so you can definitely get them cheaper too. So, you know, you'll be able to find one for any budget. So that's a pre-made turban. However, you can tie your own turban. It maybe won't look quite so pretty. So this is my sleeping in headscarf. So I think I've shown this before. I can't think when, but I think I have. So it's just a scarf, a neck scarf in a square. And again, just like the bandana, we fold it into a triangle. Except this time we don't wrap it, we keep it as a triangle. And we put it at the back of our neck. Oh. And then we take our two bits. So the triangle bit is at the front. And we just pull them over. And now you can double knot it. I tend to bow it because I quite like the feature of the bow. This here, the tip of the triangle, we just tuck in. And it's up to you, just zhuzh as you see fit. I think I'm going to tuck this bit in as well, actually. I'm going to tuck my little tip in a bit more. There we go. And that's a really easy way to tie a turban using just a scarf. So I will show you again, because it can be a bit confusing. So I'll show you again. So we have, sorry, just wiping my nose. Oh no, I wiped my lipstick. So just a square scarf, fold it into a triangle, put the long bit at the back of your neck and the triangle bit at the top. Pull the two sides up. A silk scarf this will be harder with because it will slide more. I'll just double knot it this time. So we've got lots of bits, so you could leave it like that. But even though it's like a I've got dirty hair kind of day, it still looks fancy. Again, you can get these on eBay. I actually need to get more. I should wear my hair in a snood mode actually. Anyway, that's that. Also, top tip, see cutting your fringe in this style, quickest way to vintage up your look, I'm telling you. So, unfortunately though, not every hairdresser quite understands the brief. So they're called Betty Bangs, modelled off of Betty Page. And I have been told that hairdressers find it quite difficult because, well, this is kind of grown out, so it's probably not the best example. But it goes up at the sides. So, like, yeah, it's kind of grown out, so you can't really see. But it goes like this. And modern hairdressers find that very controversial. I actually cut it myself now, just because the place I went to with the thing that closed everything down, it obviously closed down, so I just started doing it myself at home, which I don't advise, but anyway. So yeah, cutting in a vintage fringe is certainly like a really super easy way to vintage up an outfit, and then I just get my straighteners and give it a wee poof and it just makes everything look a little bit more vintagey. So now we're going to go into hats. Everybody needs a good hat. I have lots of amazing vintage hats, but this is more a relatable video, so she says, having worn a tiara. But I'm going to show you, first of all, my favourite winter hat, the beret. I have a beret in every colour. This one I got from TK Maxx and it's got rhinestones on it. So, this is how I wear a beret. So there's a few ways. So you can wear it back like you wore your snood. So you can wear it like that, or to the side, à la française. And again, if you're feeling extra, you could add flowers. So I would add, so if it's going down this way, I would add the flower to the other side. Like that. But berets are, again, a really easy way to vintage up an outfit. And again, you could have your hair in a bun. It doesn't have to be down. Another slightly more sort of later vintage is a hat like this. And I don't even know why I'm showing you, because it's not like styling, you just put it on. If I'm feeling more in a 70s mood, then we'll go for this. I think this is from Accessorise. So yeah, I do have other vintage hats, but unless you have the exact same vintage hat, it's not really going to be much use me showing you my vintage hats, other than me going, look at my pretty hats. So I think that's me. I think that is all the varieties of accessories that I have. Oh, I had another hair flower. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze, hold on. Oh, excuse me. I swear I've had hay fever for like 6 months. Yeah, so I'm gonna sit back. Are there any questions before I pin curl my hair? So you're getting a little bit of a bonus, because I didn't know if I was going to have time to pin curl my hair, but here we are. I'll run down what we did. So we did hair flowers, we did brooches as hair accessories, we did bows, we did bandanas, we did turbans, we did snoods, we did fabric hairbands, hard hairbands, wired hairbands, and the beret. So, I don't know if there's anything else that I can think of that people would wear in their hair for a vintage vibe. If anybody can think of any, we can chat about it, but I can't think of any others. I'm just looking around me in case I see anything. There are wigs. Obviously, I am not a wig stylist, so I'm not even going to try. I do have a wig, but I would be the last person to ask about how to fit a wig, so I'm certainly not going to put it on the internet. But wigs are another really easy way. You can get some really good styled wigs. There are some great vintage wig stylists out there, if you search. I actually can't think of any right now. Most of them are in America, but I'm sure there's some British ones. And if there's a specific vintage hairstyle that you really like Victory Rose or something like that, then you could invest in a wig. Would I ever try real flowers? No, I wouldn't. I'm trying to think, have I ever? Other than wearing a daisy chain in my hair, no, they would just wilt. They would wilt far too quickly. And there wouldn't really be anything to attach them to unless you attach the real flower onto a base like foam like this. But I don't even know how you would attach a flower to foam. It would just disintegrate. There are florists who will make things like flower crowns for things like weddings. So I suppose it can be done in that way, and like a flower crown. I think what they do is they weave it. I don't know. What colour's my wig? I'll show you. Oops. So it's this colour. It's actually looking very sad. I've only worn it the once. I bought it as an impulse, but it actually looks really good on. It looks really real. It's not vintage. I had the intention that I would make it vintage, but you know, babies and life got in the way, so we haven't. But I love things in different colours. So I got this gorgeous, I don't know what colour would we call it, like a lavender blue. And she's a bob as well. She's bobbed. But anyway, I got this off of Shine. So you could, if you're not wanting to spend like a huge amount of money, you could go onto websites like that to try, because this actually was quite impressed with. It does have like a parting and everything. So yeah, you could certainly try there. But if you are somebody who likes the vintage style, then, but are very lacking, there's a hole in this, but very lacking in confidence, then certainly there are vintage wig designers out there that will, oh, went across my legs there and nearly fell, that will certainly design a wig in a vintage design for you. So that's an option. Anyway, I'm going to set my hair while you ask me questions. Don't worry, it's fine. I can chat for Scotland. It just might not be about vintage things, but I can chat. But you can see how I pin curl my hair. I do not follow a setting pattern, by the way, so if you are a true vintage person, you will probably gasp in horror at my methods. But it works for me. I also use water just to dampen it a little bit, but you need to make sure you don't dampen it too much or else it does get frizzy. But thank you so much for watching. If you're now going to go away because I've finished talking about hair accessories, that's totally fine. I'm not offended. But if you want to learn how to do pin curl setting, then you can stay. I will explain a few of them to you and then we can just chat. So using my thumb underneath, and I just wrap, slide. So we've got, and then I just put it flat against my head. I use a Kirby grip. And I slide my Kirby grip over the curl. And that's how I do it. So yeah, there are vintage patterns, like you can see patterns on like how to do Rita Hayworth's hair and stuff, but I don't super understand them myself, so I just do my own thing, and that's kind of my motto for life. Do your own thing. As I say, like, I'm not a vintage like snob in that way, like you do you, like clearly I've got coloured hair. You can't actually tell, but it's like, it is purpley, see? I don't know why when I'm back here it looks orange, but it's mauve. Anyway, lighting, eh? I do try and take similar sized sections, but it's always a surprise when you pull it out, which is why I have so many accessories to try and fix any problems that I may have. So I'm making sure that they're all facing the same direction. So when I'm lying them flat, I'm making sure they face forward, if that makes sense. I'll maybe see if I can show it to you so that you can, you know what I'm talking about. So that's too much. Oh, wrong way. So I am curling it around my thumb. And then when I'm pulling it, I could lie it like with the curl going backwards, or I can lie it with the curl going forwards. So I try and do them all the same way. I'm not actually quite sure what would happen if you did them the other way. Somebody can try and let me know. But this is again a really simple way because all you need is Kirby grips. Kirby grips and hope. So usually when I've done 4 on this side, I'll do 4 on this side. Why? I don't know. I just do. And we're just wrapping round the thumb, laying flat against the head, getting a oh, what's you? Oh, doing that bit again. And the good thing about this, as opposed to rollers, is it is easier to sleep in than rollers. However, I'm just going to show you. So these rollers I've taken out of the plastic bits, so they come like this, and you would roll and then clip. But I find it really uncomfortable to sleep in these plastic things. So I just put the Kirby grip in the middle, and it's much easier to sleep in that way. You can also get pillow rollers, which are made of fabric. I know there's quite a few sort of independent vintagey places that sell those. Does anybody here roll their hair? I actually find it much easier to roll my hair because I do it at night before I go to bed, and then when I wake up in the morning, all I need to do is brush it. I don't need to faff about with things. So I tend to roll my hair quite often. I mean, it does take time at the time, but I tend to have more free time at night once my bubba's gone down to bed than I do in the morning when she's woken up at 5:30 and wants to play. Because people are like, how have you had time to curl your hair? You've got like a baby. I go, I haven't curled my hair. I rolled it last night and I've taken it out this morning. It's not time consuming. If you have layers in your hair, it doesn't work quite so well. The last time I got my hair cut, which was like a year ago, I got layers put in and I regretted it. So if you're very, very into the vintage and want to be, you know, that's a wee tip. Don't get layers put in your hair. You can also get a horseshoe cut, which makes doing vintage styles easier, but again, I wouldn't advise going and getting a horseshoe cut from anyone other than a vintage hairdresser because, like the Betty Bangs, it can be quite difficult for hairdressers to sort of figure it out. Nothing against hairdressers, it's a very old technique from like the 50s. And they're just not trained that way, which is fair enough. Things change. Not very many people want their hair cut in a horseshoe. But anyway, having a horseshoe cut makes sure it's easier to do curls. So once I've done 4 on each side, I then take a bit from the back. I don't know why. There is no rhyme nor reason. Has anyone got nice plans for the weekend? Anyone doing anything nice? Anyone got any nice Dolly and Dotty dresses recently that they want to chat about? I've got my daughter's naming ceremony on Sunday and I'm wearing a Dolly and Dotty dress to that. I haven't quite decided which one. It might be this one, or I got, no, I'm not going to say a name because it'll be wrong, a pink one with strawberries on it. But I think it's on sale now, incidentally. I might wear that one. So, anyone? Any questions? Anyone? Anyone doing anything nice? Come on, tell me what you're doing at the weekend. Has anyone bought a dress recently for a special occasion? Anyone going into any? Is anyone going to any weddings? I've not been to a wedding in so long. I miss them. I love. There's just so many different styles on Dolly and Dotty. Like I've got some that I wear to work. So I'm a teacher. So I've got some that I wear to work. I've got some that I wear when I'm doing like pin-up things. Some are more casual. Some are more dressy. Like, I'm quite impressed. That's too big for just one. It's funny how ginger my hair looks. A wedding in Italy? Oh, not only are we going to Italy, we're travelling. No, not only are we going to a wedding, but we're travelling. Nice. Jealous. Okay, there we go. So that's the whole hair up. I don't know what it looks like from the back, but I'll turn around and you can have a wee peek. So, I have this wee bit. So remember when I told you about layers? That's my layer geeking out. So to go to bed, I'm going to put on a turban because they'll rub, they would get frizzy, and we just don't want that in our lives. So that's why this turban's quite dirty. This is my sleeping turban. I probably wouldn't wear it out. Now, it is tied very securely, but I move a lot in my sleep. So I'm just going to use my remaining Kirby's and clips to secure it because, yeah, quite often I'll wake up and it'll be all crazy. Oh, I'm not bothering tucking it in either because I'm going to bed. Although I might because I'm going to be talking to you guys. So I'll just tuck it in a wee bit. I'm trying not to smoosh the curls too much. When I wake up in the morning, I do usually have a dent in my fringe, which I would use straighteners to just straighten out. So now I'm ready for bed, which, yeah. Ah, you're from Italy. I love Italy. I've only been to Pisa, Venice, and Naples. I would love to go to Rome. I know it's strange that I've never been, because I've been quite a few places, but I've never been to Rome. So, but I do love Venice. Venice is lovely. Oh no, I've been to Lido di Jesolo. So I went there on a school trip. I think it's near Venice because we went to Venice when we were there too. So so ciao. I am not going to pretend to speak Italian. Although I do listen to Maneskin. I love Eurovision. And I feel like I know a little bit more Italian from listening to him. But no, I cannot speak Italian. I know you didn't ask, but it's cool thinking that somebody from Italy's watching. I'm sorry if I spoke too fast. It's a problem. I have a lot of thoughts in my head that I want to get out before I forget them. And so I talk quickly. And I know the Scottish accent can be quite tricky, but I do have quite a posh accent. So fingers crossed you understood me okay. Especially if English is not your first language. I do try and be very clear with what I'm saying. But yes, I am aware I speak quickly and it is something I am trying to change. But if I don't say things quickly, I forget. And then we're all scuppered because I've forgotten. Oh, I'll pop in my discount code again. It is at the top of the chat. But 20% off, not to be sniffed at. Because usually when you get codes it's like 10%, which you think sounds really good, and then when you actually figure out what 10% is off of something, you're like, oh, well, that's not much of a discount. But 20%? So if you pop that wee code in at checkout, you'll get 20% off. You're welcome. And as I said at the start of the video, with Christmas coming up, it can be a good time for you to maybe get your Christmas night out dress, what you're going to wear on Christmas Day, hint, hint for Christmas presents. I've gotten to that point where I buy myself things and then sell them to family members and say, I would like this for my Christmas. So, and then with 20% off, just not to be sniffed at. Thank you so much for joining me. There's been quite a lot of people sort of periodically through the night. I've been seeing people sort of pop up. Thank you to those who asked me questions. That helps. And for people for people chatting and joining in, that helps too. If I come back and do another live, what would you like to see? I have done so far Dita bun. What did I do the last time? Oh, overnight headband curls and accessories. So what else would you like to see? It doesn't need to be hair things. I'd say I'm better at hair than makeup, so I'm probably not the person to go to for makeup advice. I could show different Dolly and Dotty dresses and how I would accessorise them. I could do that, although that would involve me leaving for bits and coming back. Yeah, I would do makeup, but I'm honestly not that great. I get by. I don't know if I would be the top person. I believe there's somebody going live tomorrow night on the page doing some Halloween makeup. So that would be good. You should tune in and watch that and see what you can pick up from that. But no, I am not your makeup gal. That's not me. I do have lots of pairs of glasses. I could do a glasses fashion show. I'm kidding. That's not a very interesting thing to do. My makeup's amazing. It's really not, but thank you. Just add on a wee flick, I'm telling you. A little cat's eye goes a long way. A cat's eye and a lip. A statement lip. If you don't like doing makeup or you don't have time to do makeup, my go-tos are a cat's eye, mascara and a lip. Everything else, not necessary. Cat's eye, mascara, lip. Although I do like a bit of blush. Such bad skin just now, by the way. I know you're not asking, but you can't see because the light, luckily, is hiding it. But yeah, I don't know if it's... Well, I can't even blame it on the weather because I've had this random dry spotty patch down here for like nearly a month. And see a doctor? Not in Scotland. Sorry. Everybody's doing a great job. It's a very difficult time for lots of people just now. So yes, so I've really enjoyed my night chatting with you and showing you my tips and tricks. I hope that you have picked something up, and I hope that you will try something out. If you do try something out, please find me and tell me. So I'm on Instagram, April Maybe June, and TikTok, April Maybe June. I'm definitely much more active on TikTok, so head over there and please like tag me or duet me or something in you doing something that you've picked up. That would be absolutely amazing. That'd be so cool. Actually, please do that if you're on TikTok or Instagram. I hope that there's something that you've thought, oh, I could do that, and it doesn't have to be expensive and it doesn't have to be fancy. You know, as I say, like turning things you already have, like brooches into hair accessories, you know, scarves into hair accessories. There's so many different things that you can do. So yeah, find me on TikTok, April Maybe June, and tag me in any tips and tricks that you've picked up. That'd be so cool. So I'm gonna go and get a drink because my throat, I've been talking for a long time. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. Love to you all. Have a lovely weekend wherever you are. Stay safe, have fun. And yeah, every day is a day to wear a dress. That's what I say. Life's too short. So have a lovely weekend.